Alright, here we have a loser finals against Mr. T-Spin, who's been trudging his way through the losers bracket of Iron Bracket against Sal, who really came up a little bit short against Maeve there. But hoping to get another shot at Maeve if he wins this match against Mr. T-Spin, who he has faced off against before and won. So we're gonna see what happens here. And instantly right off the bat, I can see Sal's column 6 over there already filled up to the board, so that is going to be kind of a throwaway move for Sal there. Mr. T-Spin could utilize off this and get his chain out ready. Okay, there we go. Definitely going to be outpowering Sal here, and Sal not seeming to get the answer that he needed there, giving himself a bit of a disadvantage in this point, giving Mr. T-Spin a single point on the board. Sal has some ground to make up here, but he has managed to best Mr. T-Spin here, and could potentially do it again. But Mr. T-Spin has also been trudging his way through the losers, so Mr. T-Spin might have picked up a few things from his battles here, and might have a way to deal with Sal here. Attack from Sal is going to cost Mr. T-Spin some time to get that GTR fixed up, but that's going to be rewarded with another piece of the blues here. But Sal here already prepared for it with a 6 chain no less, reflecting all the T-Spin, all the garbage back to Mr. T-Spin over there, giving himself a point on the board, therefore tying the entire match right now. And this is supposed to be a 1st to 9, so this is going to be a pretty stacked event here. Well, it's already a stacked event, but you know, this is going to be a stacked matchup here. Mr. T-Spin aiming for LLR willingly. Good play on his part. Catches Sal's early attack there. But instead of going for the complete LLR, they actually blocked themselves with that red over there. Or not the red, but the green down there. The red is actually supposed to go on top of those yellows, so Mr. T-Spin will have a limited chain here if he doesn't fix that. Well, he kind of fixed it with the red and green up there, so could be a save, but the red could just be down there for, you know, convenience sake. But he's rewarded with a hefty 8 chain. I don't think Sal's going to be matching that pretty easily. Nope. Another Link probably would have gotten it there, but didn't exactly do the deed for him, though. So Schezo will be taking some garbage there, and the fish will be moving on with another point. Okay, probably a little bit of an accidental twist there from Mr. T-Spin here. So he is going to be fixing that soon here, is hoping. Or could be doing a big 3D chess here. Mr. Sal, however, is going to be stuck there with that misdrop from the yellows and the reds there. So that's going to cost him some time. And Mr. T-Spin will respond with a hefty 4 chain, instantly knocking Sal out of this one. So maybe the loser bracket did teach him some things about his opponent, and is probably looking for revenge right here. Okay, a little bit of unsafe GTR coming in from Mr. T-Spin here. Kind of a weird way to do the GTR there. And opting not to use his double greens for the GTR rather than just the tail there. So kind of a weird mix of choices here from Mr. T-Spin. But Sal seems to be ready to go here in a few minutes. Not getting a good tail off that, so those yellows at the bottom will be the end of it unless he figures it out. Okay, earns himself a basic no more than a 7, I would assume, from eyesight. Mr. T-Spin going a little greedy here, but is rewarded for it, as he did get the pieces he needed to set it off. And will potentially be more stronger than Sal, since he does get a tail off of it. Nice work, Mr. T-Spin. That's going to be another point for Mr. T-Spin. Sal has some ground to make up on, but he has beaten Mr. T-Spin before, so maybe he's just testing his power or something. Who knows? Maybe he's like, maybe you're the opponent I'm searching for all this time. Regardless, that's going to be a 4-1 in Mr. T-Spin's favor. Clean GTRs from both players going off strong, and a little bit deviating from the cookie cutter path there, as Sal once again throws his pieces over the way to the far right instead of, you know, where they're supposed to go. Mr. T-Spin surprisingly opting to set off his chain here, but not completely safe, however, because Sal could get a little bit of a chain here. But at 9 is going to be a solid, a solid entry for that. But Sal lacked a tail there, therefore sacrificing yet another point here, giving Mr. T-Spin a really hefty lead in this matchup. But it's the first to 9, so this will have to be pretty quick work for Sal for him to kind of take that. Surprisingly, Mr. T-Spin just ditched off his double colors to put into the tail and not towards the transition, aka GTR. So maybe the cogs are starting to turn a little bit for him. And of course, Sal still ready to go. Those reds might be a problem over there in columns 5 and 4. Fixed it, but now the now the purples and yellows won't connect, so those reds will be the end of his tail there. But won't matter if Mr. T-Spin can't get his chain out right here, right now. And Sal's going for a risky move there, getting his full chain out. Mr. T-Spin seems to be stuck right now, so it could be good for Sal. Alright, Mr. T-Spin couldn't figure it out there, so Sal will be taking his second point here, sorry. So kind of making a comeback here from Sal. And speed gain from both players. Interesting way to do the I base for the GTR for Mr. T-Spin over there, and Sal putting himself in a really risky position over there with not having any reds over there, but seems to be fixing the problem now and just setting off the problem here. Mr. T-Spin just needs one green to set all of that off and return all this garbage back to the sender. That will be Sal. Sal seems to be having a little bit of trouble here. Could dig his way back down, but all it takes for his T-Spin is just a really good, like, just 3 or 4 chain here to lock Sal out of his chain forever, or out of his board. The 1 chains aren't going to be doing it for Sal, as Mr. T-Spin did get his piece, and will be taking this next point. Just gotta go a little bit faster on the digging there. You know, wait, why is it match point already? This is losers finals, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. I guess this is first to set. Well, the match already happened, so I can't really fix it. But this is supposed to be first to 9. I'm not sure why it's set to first to 7 right now, but regardless, that 5 from that 5 chain will okay. Well, I guess Mr. T-Spin wins, even though it's first to 9. Well, can't really do much about that because we already played the tournament. But that's going to be Mr. T-Spin's ticket into Grand Finals against Maeve. Sal taking home 3rd place in the Iron Bracket. Fair showing for him as well.